Hi guys. So I know it's been 3 to 4 months since you began preparing for NEET PG and INICET, and by now many of you guys are stressed, burnt out, demotivated and unsure about your strategy because you're not seeing the results which you were hoping for. And that includes not being able to remember what you read a few months back or even a month back or even last week, and not being able to perform on grand tests as well as you had hoped. So in this video, I'm just going to remind you guys of a few things that are going to help you get back on track. So the first thing I want to remind you guys is actually what I said in my very first video, is that I want you guys to give this November INICET your best shot. And that is because you have to keep your goal in sight. NEET PG 24 is not a goal in sight. We don't even know the date. But November 5th is definitely in sight. It is coming up in less than 3 months. So even if you guys were not wholeheartedly preparing for November INICET, I want you to promise me that you will give it your best shot and you are going to give it with the best preparation that you can. And I believe preparing for any exam is like a marathon. You have to start out slow and steady, and you have to maintain your pace. You have to be consistent with your speed, and when you begin to see the finish line is when you have to start to sprint. And I think by now we are almost able to see the finish line, that is November 5th. Although it is only 3 months away, but many of you guys are still left with your first read. So this is a time when you begin to plan backwards from the time of the exam. If November 5th is the exam date, then you have to leave out the last 10 days for one revision, and at least one revision before that, in order to give the exam confidently. And that means that you guys have to start to finish your first read by at least September 15th. I don't think it is necessary to really jump and skip anything and try to finish it before then. I think September 15th is a good date to finish your first reading, and after that you can put in one full revision and one last 10-day revision before the exam. So this is a time when you begin to properly plan out your remaining days, such that you are able to finish your first read on time. And if you are wasting your days feeling unmotivated and lazy, then you're not going to be able to finish your syllabus on time, you're not going to be able to revise on time, and you won't give this exam with your best shot. And that is going to be detrimental for you, because miracles happen. I would say that my case was a miracle. In less than 5 to 6 months, I got a rank of 386 in November INICET from a rank of 50,000 in last year's NEET. So if I'm able to do it, then anybody can do it. And if you are going to waste your days, and you're going to miss out on that golden opportunity that you might have had of getting admission into AIIMS. So guys, don't waste this opportunity. This exam is a golden opportunity for you guys, because we don't know when the next INICET exam is going to be, or if it's going to be there at all. So please don't waste your time. Consider November 5th as your D-Day. Don't think about any exam after that. Try to finish your first reading and at least one revision before the exam. The second thing I want you guys to remember is something which I have only just realized, and that is the first 6 to 8 months after you begin your preparation are going to be the best days of your preparation. They're going to be the days where you can achieve your maximum potential. And I feel after 8 months or 9 months, you are not going to be able to improve as much as you can in these first 8 months. So even if you give an exam after 8 months, I don't think you will improve that much, or in fact you might even get worse. But these first 6 to 8 months, your graph is going to be like an upward slope, and you're going to you can reach your maximum potential in these first 6 to 8 months. So don't waste these months. This is the time where you have so much to learn and so much to enjoy from this learning and so much to improve upon. After a point when you have read everything and still you're not able to improve your score is something different, and that plateau comes after 6 months. But in this initial 6 months, it's only been 3 to 4 months since you have started to study, and you have so much more to learn, so much more to improve upon. So don't waste these golden 6 to 8 months. This November INICET and NEET PG 24, these two exams can be your best exams, and if you waste these golden opportunities and you think that you will just keep preparing for the next exam after that, you might not do so well in that. And the third thing I want to mention, for those of you who are saying that you're not able to revise what you read in your a few months back, or you're not able to keep doing spaced revisions, I would say it's okay. I think it is better to finish your first reading quickly and then start doing revisions of all the subjects at completely. Like, I would not recommend that you waste time in your first read, 1 or 2 hours every day trying to read what you read before. I think you should just sprint now and finish your first reading within a month or a month and a half, so that you're able to start your complete revisions properly. And I promise you that after you revise once or twice, you are going to begin to remember things. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to remember everything you read in just your first reading. It's completely normal, so don't worry about it. Try to integrate subjects wherever you can. Try to refer back to your notes wherever you see fit, or try to revise your notes after you solve a GT of the topics which you forgot, and that is enough for now. And during your revisions is when you can begin to revise 1 or 2 subjects simultaneously, and you will begin to really remember things better, I promise you. So in this first reading, don't waste time trying to revise older subjects. Please finish your first reading as soon as possible, because the longer you drag out your first reading, the more your future revisions will suffer, and your revisions before the exam are more important. Okay guys, I hope this video was a wake-up call to stop wasting time, stop overthinking, and stop doubting yourself and get going. This is a time to begin really micro planning, begin to analyze where you're going wrong, and start to study, start to finish your first read, plan out your revisions, and give November INICET your best shot. Really focus on the previous year topics of INICET are very important. If you fall short of time, please focus more on revising those topics in your future revisions, and I will guide you more about how to do that later. But for now guys, please don't lose your consistency, don't lose pace, don't take too long breaks. It's okay to take a few breaks here and there, but please maintain the pace and keep going. So all the best and see you soon.